Well, you probably know him from his design and build firm Timber and Love, or maybe his hit shows on HGTV, Boise Boys and Outgrown. But Boise native Luke Caldwell is also the author of a new book called Americana Soul, and he joins us now live. Luke Caldwell himself to talk about the new book. Luke, thanks for getting up and joining us. Really appreciate it. Let's talk about it. Americana Soul. What is this all about?
Well, you know, I got the opportunity actually a couple years ago. Simon Schuster, their book publisher here in America and actually all over the world, and they said, hey, we're interested in you guys writing a book and kind of talking about your philosophy about design and intention. And so I was really excited about it because for me, home is that place where everybody feels comfortable, everyone feels safe. And I love design, so it's been a journey, a lot harder than I thought, to be honest.
So I guess why a lot harder? Anything else sort of surprise you about making this book, creating this book?
Well, you know, there's so many different ways to, you know, approach it, I guess, more than anything. And for me, design's always been kind of simple in the essence that I want to create beautiful spaces where everyone feels comfortable, everyone feels like they can be themselves, be heard, especially, you know, having adopted kids. You know, home is one of the places where everybody just needs to feel secure, like they can put up their feet and enjoy life and feel safe to be themselves and who they really are. And so how do you wrap that into a book and kind of talk about, you know, sharing your story and sharing your philosophy? And so it took a lot of processing because it was in my mind, but I never really verbalized it. And I'm not as good at communicating what's up in my mind, as you can probably see on the show sometimes. I have a vision, but I don't know always how to get it out. So actually helped me to actually speak the book rather than write it. And but it took about 2 years to do.
2 years. Well, I've been going through it a little bit. Can you talk about the inspiration for it? And just, as you've already talked about, it is like pretty personal and how like everyone can not necessarily design their homes or their rooms in the exact same way, really make those their own spaces.
Exactly, because we're all unique people, and at the end of the day, you know, design's kind of subjective to what makes you feel a certain way. But to me, it's a lot like, you know, songwriting, where you want somebody to have an emotion, to feel something when they walk in a space. And so I titled the book Americana Soul: Homes Designed with Love, Comfort, and Attention. And that's really what it comes down to: is you got to be motivated by love. You need to have intention with your design, and then ultimately everything should be comfortable. You should be a place where you want to be. And I know my parents did that for me when I was a kid, and you can just feel it when you walk into a space and how important that is for each of us to tell our own story through design.
Fantastic. And Luke, if people want to meet you, maybe get a book signed and get a hold of the book, you have a book signing coming up. Is that right?
Yeah, so the book officially releases tomorrow, everywhere books are sold worldwide. Thankful for the opportunity there. And then on Wednesday from 6 to 8, this Wednesday, we're going to be at Barnes & Noble, me and my family. We'd love to meet you guys. If you want to come out and say hi, buy the book. I'm going to be signing it, just hanging out with people. I love our community. So thankful to be here in beautiful Boise, Idaho, and look forward to connecting with whoever wants to show up.
Well, Luke, thank you again. And yeah, go ahead and get a copy of this book. It's really gorgeous to look at and some great ideas, and as you said, sort of designing intentionally for yourself, making your spaces your own. Luke Caldwell, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks, man. Have a great day.
I will.